Hello. Today I will be talking about movie review number 419. And this movie is called The Tragedy of Macbeth. The Tragedy of Macbeth. This is a 2021 movie directed by Joel Cohen. Joel Cohen, and stars Denzel Washington as Macbeth. I saw this movie on January 8th, 2022 at AMC Newport on the Levee 20 in Newport, Kentucky. So, I believe this is the first film that Joel Cohen has directed without his brother Ethan Cohen. Like Joe and Ethan Cohen are like a directing duo, but this is the first movie that Joel Cohen solely directs, and it's adapted from the Shakespeare tragedy Macbeth. So a Scottish lord becomes convinced by a trio of witches that he will become the next king of Scotland. His ambitious wife will do anything to support him in his plans of seizing power. So, this was a good movie, but I need to let you guys know that it was hard to follow at times only because this was adapted from Shakespeare, and sometimes when reading Shakespeare, his words are a little bit confusing, but I really liked how they stayed in touch with the Macbeth tragedy. Now I have never read the tragedy per se. I just only watched the movie. There was another Macbeth play that I did saw a few years ago at the Kenwood video, but this is the tragedy of Macbeth movie that Denzel Washington is in, and he plays a phenomenal role as Macbeth, who is who after after having visions of a trio of witches, he soon realizes and is convinced that he will become the next king of Scotland, and his ambitious wife will support him in his plans of seizing power. Frances McDormand plays Lady Macbeth, and she too plays a phenomenal role in it. And so, if you guys are a big fan of Shakespeare, this is definitely a good one for you. I thought it was pretty good, and it's definitely in black and white. Like I said, there were times when I was a little confused by what the actors were saying, only because of the words that Shakespeare writes in his plays, because writing words was different in Shakespeare's time than it is today. So it was a little confusing to follow at times, but I kind of got the gist of what was going to happen. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers, but if you guys have read the Macbeth play before, you probably know what's going to happen. But yeah, this is a good movie. This is Apple Original Films and A24 Films, and I thought it was pretty good. And I liked how in the teaser trailer there's nothing really spoiled except the words "by the power of my thumb." I think it is. I think it is those words. And then we hear someone say, "Something wicked this way comes." I always remember that line from Macbeth, and it's pretty good, guys. So it may be a little confusing to follow, but the acting is terrific, and I really like this movie. So it's a pretty good movie, guys. Denzel Washington nails it. So that's my movie review of The Tragedy of Macbeth. Please stay tuned for my next movie review. Bye. Goodbye.